I'm Roger Magolis, Vice President of Radar at O'Reilly, and I'm here at the Software Architecture Conference in New York City, 2019. I'm here with Kurt Monnier, who is the Director of Customer Solutions and Success at Progress Software. Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
So Progress Software has always been involved in tools for developers. What are some of the areas you're focused on now?
Yeah, so we've been around for about 30 years working on developer tools. Today we're really focused on a couple of the challenges that we're seeing in the market that companies are having, going through digital transformation. It's pretty difficult to become a technology company, which many companies are having to become today. And we also find that companies tend to have really large IT backlogs, right? They have a lot of demand from the business for applications. And so we're focused on building tools that are helping companies go through that digital transformation successfully and helping their developers be more productive.
Great. So we know lots of companies are struggling with this, as you said, and they have app backlogs, and just the transformation itself is difficult. They've got migration. What do you think the key challenges are holding them back?
Yeah, I'd say there's two big challenges that we see pretty consistently across the industry. One of those challenges is that to build modern digital experiences that businesses want, especially differentiated experiences that are going to add business value, companies need to be able to extend their legacy systems that they have in place, right? These could be on-premise systems that have been within a company for 30 years, or they could be third-party cloud systems, and you really have to kind of expose all these and tie them all together to build net new digital experiences, whether that's a mobile application or a wearable or a chatbot or IoT device. And so that could be very challenging, tying these modern requirements into these legacy systems that aren't necessarily designed to meet the challenges and the format and the load that these digital experiences demand. The other thing that we see pretty consistently is that companies struggle with their development resources. Right? When we talk about a modern digital experience, it might need an iOS application, an Android application, a web application, and companies have a hard time hiring the developers that they need to build all of those applications and all those different frameworks with a lot of different skill sets. And so what we've tried to do is build a platform that is going to make it easy for companies to use a single code base, single framework end-to-end across their entire development stack and really make their teams more efficient.
Mm-hmm. So it sounds like it's kind of a small bit of code to get a lot done. How do you compare to other low-code and no-code platforms?
Yeah, so there's other companies that have attempted to focus on developer productivity as well, and they've tended to take an approach of, let's make it easy to build simple business applications, right? Drag and drop some fields and put together an app, and those can be great for pretty simple apps that maybe need to expose a few fields in a form or whatever. But those platforms tend to be very limiting as well. Developers don't really like them. They're usually very proprietary, and they have a lot of lock-in as well, right? So you're developing an app, but you're locked into a particular framework, and if you need to go beyond the simple requirements and build a truly differentiated mission-critical application, you just can't do it. And so the way our platform is different is we've really focused on those mission-critical applications. We're trying to deliver the high productivity, but also give developers the control that they want. And so what we've done is we built a serverless backend that has all of the different components that you need for a modern digital experience, whether that's a data store, a serverless place to deploy business logic, integration capabilities into backend systems, chatbots, AI. That's all part of our serverless backend that we provide, and it's all done in standard frameworks that developers like. Right? We have JavaScript end to end. So if you're a web developer, you don't need to learn anything else. You're using the standards that to build your applications, and it's not just on the back end. Right? We've done the same thing on the front end as well. So we've put in place. We have a tool called NativeScript that's part of our platform, which delivers cross-platform applications using Angular, which is a flavor of JavaScript. And then you can also share code with web applications as well. And we have a tool called Kinvey Studio that allows you to actually build those applications in a drag-and-drop way, but not be locked in. Right? So instead of building your app and then having to always remain in this drag and drop environment, you can actually drag and drop and build your app, but then when you need to get out and go do something custom, you actually have well-formed app code that you can take and do whatever you want with.
Oh, That's great. Why don't you provide an example of someone who's gone through digital transformation with your tools?
Yeah, so one of our successful customers is in the healthcare space. We have a lot of healthcare customers actually. Compliance is another big thing that the platform provides, and so about a year and a half, 2 years ago, a new customer called Canopy Health. And Canopy Health is a accountable care organization. They were formed by the UCSF Hospital and John Muir Health out in the Bay Area. And they had to very quickly build a really complex application for connecting patients and doctors. The application needed to integrate with EHR data, which can be very complex in and of itself, with CRM data. It needed to have net new data. It needed to be on web, on iOS, on Android. And so by using a end-to-end JavaScript framework to build this application and some of the serverless capabilities that our platform provided, they were actually able to release an MVP version of their app within 90 days and went fully live in production within 9 months for this extremely complex application. And of course, that makes the stakeholders on the business very happy to see that level of productivity. And it also allows them to be very agile, right? They have 2-week sprints, 4-week release cycles, and so they can quickly incorporate user feedback and make their app better and better and just make it very engaging for their users.
That sounds great. Well, thanks for your time today.
Yeah, great to be here. Thanks for having me.